You must have more important things to talk about than me, don't you?
Well, I mean...
My main job is running the hospital, but since my area of expertise is organ transplantation, I help out a little with that as well. For instance, I'm a consultant for the Beyond Coast Organ Distribution Network, the Beyond Coast Organ Procurement Network, and various other transplant groups.
Oh, the procurement network doesn't get its own glossary entry, I guess.
I also volunteer as a psychiatric nurse, working between transplant coordinators, donors, and recipients.
You know, I actually really like this background music. It sounds like the music they play when they're describing a prize and like the Price is Right or something. This deluxe 6-slice toaster is...
It comes with a new heart.
Transplant's really that important in space?
Yeah, they're absolutely essential to us.
Why the hell would they be less important in space?
Space's environment has massive effects on the human body. With the weightlessness and cosmic rays, we still aren't ready for transplanting artificial organs. All medical science can do at the moment is transplant them from other people. Whoa! That opened up a lot of stuff. What are the dangers of organ transplants? In the past, the biggest problem was post-op rejection, but we've overcome that with the development of Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals' immunosuppressant cypuloidine, as well as masked transplants, which don't trigger rejection.
What are masked transplants?
Well, we get these Guy Fawkes masks. It's a revolutionary procedure.
Thinking they were all going to be transplants performed by luchadors.
It's a revolutionary procedure that has eliminated rejection in patients. With it, we are able to mask the organs' HLA class 1 antigens before transplantation.
HLA.
I'm not too familiar with it, but with its introduction, the number of organ transplants has risen dramatically.
I'll tell you what else is rising, I already said, but... What about using artificial organs?
We're a long way from developing organs that can be used long-term, function as a complete replacement for the failed organ and be small enough to be inserted in the body. We have machine organs and bioorgans, but the only replacements that can currently be classified as complete are artificial bones, teeth, and a type of blood that's exclusively used in organ for transporting oxygen.
You're talking about the artificial blood AP uses.
There are machines that can function as supplementary heart and kidneys outside the body. There are problems with internalizing them. The most advanced artificial kidney I can ever see us developing is a continuous ambulatory peritoneal dialysis. Why do we have to be talking to a doctor?
There any other organs you could never replace? Wink.
I'd say the liver, the pancreas, and the gastrointestinal organs.
Maybe I didn't wink hard enough.
There are hybrid types in development that combine organic tissue and synthetic materials, but they're still testing them on animals right now.
Which organs are affected by cosmic rays?
The ones with rapid cell division rates are affected the most. For instance, bone marrow, lymphatic tissue, the mucosal
epithelium
of the digestive tract, and the reproductive organs. ...
That's what happened to Karen. The reproductive organs?
Then come the kidneys, the liver, and the lungs, the skin, the blood vessels, etc., etc. The spexons, sperm, and fetuses are most pronounced.
Yeah, I know about that. High five. Wait. You had to avoid conceiving for at least 6 months after returning from space before.
The time frame's been reduced, but amphibians still have to be careful with that.
This doesn't have anything to do with our investigation. But how complex a procedure is a bone marrow transplant?
A bone marrow transplant? Well, all transplants are complex procedures, but bone marrow transplants in particular. You can't perform the transplant without a donor whose HLA matches the recipient's. Everything depends on the matching. The problem doesn't hinge on the procedure itself as much as finding a donor.
We know someone who's waiting for a bone marrow transplant.
Do they have any siblings?
None.
In that case, it won't be easy. You need a donor with matching HLA. You can't do the transplant otherwise.
Not piecing it together to us.
You look impressed, Jonathan.
I guess. Come on. Remember, you're... cyborgs.
The only place you'll find cyborgs for now is movies and video games and the like. We can't play God at everything, perhaps.
Well, maybe we can't.
It's a mosquito tape robot developed by Tokugawa Industries and Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals. It's designed for drawing blood from people and animals and administering shots, secretly.
Yeah.
With this, you can draw blood without the subject feeling a thing. It can also be used for donating blood. Very small amounts of blood.
Here, have this tiny, tiny amount of blood.
They've received a lot of criticism, but these guys are one of the reasons we've been able to prevent AIDS and other diseases here.
They can prevent AIDS? Mosquitoes are preventing AIDS in space in the future.
Oops.
Sure, why not? They move around by flapping their wings?
They were designed through biomechanics.
What do you mean?
I don't know the details. We saw a hologram of it at Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals. Oh, it got away. No. Apparently, it better not bite one of us. Oh, it's on the wall. Oh, I see what it is. Click with your cursor. Easy now. Oh, we gotta be sneaky. Here we go.
Yeah, don't get too excited.
Oh,
oh, there it goes.
Damn, he's quick. Every time I get to it, it gets away again. Oh my. It would cost too much to animate her taking it off her own leg, so.
Let me handle this.
They're fighting over who gets to.
Yep. You know, in our current cultural climate, I don't know if this is the most appropriate game to be playing.
I mean, that's what they're programmed to do. Oh boy. I don't think any of us believe this. Like, it's literally not even giving me the chance to do the click. Alright, so... Oh man, oh man. No,
I woke up
thank
Jar.
Jonathan, お前な、後で感想を聞かせろよ。
本当におかしな人たちね、ポリスノーツさん。まるでバディ映画から抜け出たみたい。
Oh.
まあ、大事に至らなくてよかった。
そうね。
I wonder what the big deal was with that one in particular.
お二人さん。
Apparently, it's just gone haywire. So I guess they don't want it like flying around and like going and like exploring a bottle of Clorox and then exploring a person or something. Because yeah, they can be dangerous if a group of them malfunctions.
Oh, Swarm nearly killed a dog once.
They sucked its blood.
Yeah, it got into the testing area. They put it down to a programming error. I'm surprised they ever let them on the market. It's only because they're made by Tokugawa. Alright, we have
Tokugawa, you filth.
anything else to talk about? Doctor Shepard. Go ahead.
I'm listening.
Alright, so I guess I'm pretty sure we're through everything here.
Yeah, we just gotta go talk to that pharmacist now.
Alright, let's move on to the pharmacy.
じゃあ薬局を見せてもらうよ。
どうぞ、そこの扉よ。あ、ジョナサン。
なんだい？
そのタバコ、なんとかならない？
これか？
医者としては黙認できないんだけど。
香水好きの女性としてなら黙認できるだろう。
オッケーよ。
Yeah, perfume is just as bad as smoking.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I want to smell like. I just want to smell like cigarettes all the time. I don't even enjoy smoking.
薬なら窓口で。心配はいらない。俺たちは BCP のものだ。理事長の許可は得ている。
Of course she knows about us. We came in through her office.
Yeah.
薬局の責任者の。はあ。僕は石田純だけど。一応ここの薬局を任されてるけど。で、どんな要件なんだい?
So this is the guy that should have the information we need. But let's take a little peek around here.
Look at all the drugs in this place. We get almost all the hospital's drugs here. I'd take them over to the window whenever someone needs something.
So how do you manage so many?
That terminal there. Not something you see every day, huh? Yeah, a computer.
Yeah, who would ever see a computer in the future in space?
We handle all the data by computer here. Big boy.
Alright, so I guess we could take a peek at this.
This is the same thing they had at Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals, isn't it? Of course, it links the Tokugawa Group via network. It's called the T-Gear 99, and everyone in the group uses it. Only Tokugawa employees can log onto it.
Oh, that's right, this guy's...
Wait, so are you a Tokugawa employee?
He is, look at his little badge.
Oh yeah, they got an incredible supply, yeah. So what can I help you with?
I don't think we're gonna find anything. Let's check out his, let's smell this guy.
What's that I smell?
You mean, like a rat?
No, I mean, like, what on earth is that stench? Guess it's the drugs. I'm having not auditory hallucinations, not visual hallucinations, but olfactory hallucinations. You really think it smells in here? What do you want, officers? For it to smell less?
They want to be sure people remember who you work for, huh?
Everything changes when you see this. He points to his crotch. Can we keep the chit-chat to a minimum and get down to it, officers?
Alright, alright.
Crotch.
Oh.
Look at all the cutscenes now. They used to be few and far between.
Hojo-san? あの人が何か行方不明なんだ。
This guy doesn't have much of a reaction to this.
そういえばここのとこ見なかったな。知ってるんだな。ええ、知ってます。
What kind of person is Hojo?
What is a man? I couldn't really tell you much about him. We only knew each other through work. He's a traditional Japanese type of guy, different from Beyonds like me. It's not like him to just disappear. You might say he's a little too serious, and that turns people off. You know, when people list their turn-ons, they're, you know, like, unrude people, and turn-offs are people that are too serious. For something like this to happen, we aren't that close. We've always stuck to business.
Seems to be what this guy is all about, just sticking to business. Any idea what might have happened to him?
Not really. He's not the type to take off like that. But a number of the terrestrials who come here end up going a little screwy and skip out. The rate of mental illness here is several times higher than the bases in Antarctica.
Oh, and those places have high mental illness.
Yeah, the guy at Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals brought that up too. Yeah, they keep on thinking they see the thing. Or rather, that people that they know are actually the thing. I'm a Beyond, so I don't get it. It's been good. Oh. It's been a good while since the last time he was here. I wonder what happened to him.
It's been a while. So people from Beyond are the new millennials.
They don't get it. How Beyonders are ruining fill in the blank. Have you tried checking spaceplane passenger lists? If he hasn't left Beyond, something real bad must have happened to him. It's harder for someone to stay hidden here than at home. Close to impossible, really.
Alright, let's find out about K9. I believe that was the final project he was working on.
Yeah, it was the dog that the doctor traveled with for a couple of series. It's Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals' newest DDS, a capsule that's distributed throughout the body, even in weightlessness.
So how does it work?
It uses the difference in osmotic pressure between areas of the body to control the release of a drug. Gravity doesn't play a factor at all. Hojo was bringing samples of it over. I wonder if that's what I got from Lorraine. I wonder if that's what I got from Lorraine.
Is it a big development?
Yep. Well, something that uses osmotic pressure isn't that new. But the one in K9 is by far the most effective.
I don't know why they showed up after we asked about K9, but...
The first time ever I saw your face.
When was the last time you saw Hojo?
Let me think. It was the last K9 delivery, so that would have been the 15th. Delivery? Thought K9 wasn't on the market yet? They're only samples for data gathering.
その日の北条はあの時は K9 を3セット持ってきて
each one a pill.
ちょっと待って3セットだって徳川製薬のホワイトボードには100セットって書いてあるそんなバカなただのサンプルですよ100セットもどうするんです患者に配るんですか発売前の薬を
So maybe he was embezzling pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, he's dealing them on the sides. Selling canines on the street for cash. It's like puppy mills. It's terrible.
徳川会長あの貞興か会長は僕らには雲の上の存在だよ面識もほとんど
And there's no blue moons on Beyond because it has no moon.
北条さんは違ってたな
It is a moon.
会長に食事に招待されてたみたいだ
Everyone here has moon face.
大の日本人びいきなんだ相変わらずレイシストだな昔からあいつは
Racist.
人種に偏見を持っていた
Apparently he's always been racist.
Bigly racist.
Oh, maybe we can finally find out where he is.
貞興にはどこに行けば会える会長なら徳川ビルにいるよコロニーの支柱が徳川グループのシンボリックビルになってるんだ通常は支柱プロップって呼ばれてる会長はいつもそこにいるはずだよそのプロップなら知ってる
Apparently everybody here knows about it, but we didn't know about it even though we had somebody here with us. from Beyond. May we take a look at the canine you have here?
Unfortunately, there's none left. I never spoken with him at length. We chatted briefly when I joined the company, but that's about it. Wow, the CEO just like talks to all the new hires.
Welcome aboard. Stop talking to me. Are you Japanese? Go that way.
Yeah, GTFO. Me, not much to say, really. I was born and raised on Beyond. Graduated from university here. Got my pharmacist's license, then joined Tokugawa.
Yeah, I noticed you don't have a home accent.
We still don't have a separation of the medical industry on Beyond. Pharmacists like me aren't held in very high regard here. Our only options are to join either a company or a hospital pharmacy.
He did both.
Double dipping. I bet the folks on home would be surprised to hear about what goes on here. The only ones who benefit from this system are people like Tokugawa and the doctors. They pump Beyonds full of drugs they don't need, and those fools are happy to keep paying for them. The more drugs we dish out, the more the drug companies and hospitals make. Not to mention the insurance companies. That's the way the whole system is designed. This is what happens to guys like me.
So he seems like he's a little bit jaded by this whole situation.
No, I guess he just feels like he's a middleman. They stick pharmacies and hospitals purely for the money. And it's the headquarters of the Tokugawa group on Beyond. Supports a set of the colony's surface stripes and windows, figuratively, if not literally. I'm hardly ever there. Got no reason to. If you're heading that way, be sure to ask about Hojo.
That's a good idea. That'll help with our investigation.
Of Hojo's disappearance. That's where he met with the president that day.
Oh, it's good to know that he met with the president. Alright,
Yeah.
so probably...
We could show him some stuff. We never showed him any of our...
Oh, we already gave the pills away, though. We can't even show him those.
Yeah, I know that. That's President Tokugawa in the middle. Yeah, that's Hojo. That his wife?
Oh, there you go. He didn't even know about his wife.
Where'd you get that? That looks like Hojo's ID. Or a copy, anyway.
Oh, never mind. We'll just be moving along here.
It's a refrigerated storage closet. Unlike over-the-counter drugs, a lot of hospital drugs don't contain any preservatives. Thanks, anti-vaxxers. If you don't keep them in a temperature-controlled environment, they spoil pretty quick. They must really fill a lot of prescriptions.
Oh, we have to go back to the director's office.
Well, yeah, his pharmacy. I don't know why they would set it up in such a way. Like, if there were two offices, you would think that she would just go behind the pharmacy, but because this way, anytime anybody wants drugs, they have to come by and interrupt the CEO of the hospital.
Unless they just use the window.
Suits you perfectly. I'd take this over Ashita in a heartbeat.
Okay. He has a sensitive nose, that's all. No staring, okay? You'll see all my wrinkles.
Chris?
Go ahead.
Comms are open.
Alright, do we have anything? Yeah, we have this Tokugawa in the Tokugawa building now. Most of the medical products used on Beyond are made by Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals. I'd be lying if I said we don't have some sort of relationship. We do have a business relationship, but I don't know him personally. What about the building? It's the headquarters of the Tokugawa group on the colony. You should go there sometime. It's one of Beyond's most famous places. I've been there a few times myself. It's an incredible place, Jonathan.
You ever heard of something called Canine?
K9. Maybe it's part of Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals' K series. I know the one's up to 8, but this is the first I've ever heard of a K9. You should talk to your pharmacist more often. Tokugawa's DDS drugs became particularly famous after they developed the first SAS medicine for astronauts. It's a patch you stick behind the ear.
Don't you give me none of that SAS medicine.
Sassy. The only thing that comes to mind when is Tokugawa's K series. Okay, so... Oh, the 15th. Something new too.
Seems Hojo was here on the 15th.
You really should have seen him since he has to pass through your office to go talk to this guy.
Yeah.
The 15th. Let's see, the 15th. I wasn't here that day. I was away attending a medical conference.
What kind of conference?
One to do with organ transplantation.
Oh well.
Ashita should have been here that day. Yeah, he was. Yeah, that's probably all we're going to get out of her, I think.
Yeah. I mean, we have our next location to go to, so,
Yeah, we can hit the lobby.
see you later, Chris.
See ya!
Yeah, she seems to be entirely more into our incredibly creepy lechery than most people.
We're back in the lobby. Alright, so I think we're outside the BCCH.
We're outside. Can you believe Chris runs this entire place?
I don't envy her. Alright, so I think we'll call the stream there for tonight. We've got a